Well, I just wanted to catch you up on what's been going on in the channel. Right now, I haven't put out too many videos in the past couple of months, and I've had some reasons for that, most of them being that I've had some technical drama over the last month or so. The lawnmower went down right when I first started using it. My dishwasher went down, so I've been washing a lot of dishes until the parts come in. My computer went down, so I tried to fix it. I have some skills in that area, but I couldn't get it done with new RAM and new memory put in there, so that didn't happen yet. I ended up buying a new computer, which is coming this Friday at the end of the week, and my cell phone went down. I couldn't get the videos off my cell phone to put onto the channel. So I have a backlog of videos out there that need to be edited, but I'm already into the growing season and I've been moving forward with the garden and the homestead. You can see right behind me, the lilacs are in bloom here. You can see those, they're looking beautiful. I have some gorgeous purple lilacs over here. And you can see the white ones over here to the left, to my left. Those were ones that my wife's children from the class that she taught, when they graduated, they gave her a beautiful lilac bush, and it's grown over the years, so it's really come into its own this year. If you look over here, you'll see the state of the garden right now. I have black plastic covering one half of it, and those are for all the hot season vegetables that I'm going to plant in the next week or so. I have some tomatoes and peppers in the house, and I'm going to my friends at Blue Moon to talk to Patty about getting some vegetables that they grow there. And you can see here, I have the cool season vegetables in the cool season part of the garden. So the left-hand half over here, as I'm looking at it now, that's all planted. And now what I'm going to do is take the black plastic off of the garden and see how many weeds I may have underneath. My thought is that I could weed-proof my garden, a video I made a little while ago, by covering it with dark plastic that I had on hand. And by doing so, I would eliminate the light that would get to weeds, and they would start to grow as the soil warmed up and then die in place. So it's been there about 6 weeks now, and we're going to take a look at it once I take it off. Now we'll see what the real difference is between having a tarp on there and not having a tarp on your garden. Well, now that I've uncovered the right side of my garden, you can see it's pretty much ready to go. I do see a few weeds down at the end, but by and large, it doesn't have a lot of weed pressure like if I had let it go. And let me show you this right here. Here is the section of the left side of the garden that I did not cover. And you can see it's all full of dandelions and various kinds of weeds. It's very overgrown. And over here on the right side of the garden, right next to it, this section right here has a couple weeds. I can see a weed right there. I see a few scattered ones. I see a couple down at the end where there might have been some holes in the tarp, but by and large, you see that you can start with a weed-free garden after you put down a tarp or plastic or cover up your yard until it's ready to plant. And so now I can get to planting tomorrow. Well, I actually had to take a break today because it got very hot and my camera wouldn't operate anymore in the heat. So I put it inside for a few hours to let it rest and charge up, and decided to start continuing to stack some wood here. I stacked some inside the wood shed here. I'm trying to make some decisions on how I want to position the wood in the various aspects of the backyard. And I finished the stack over here. You can probably see with my, let's see, look over my shoulder. You can see right here, this stack of wood I finished up. There's about a cord there. And my neighbor is mowing his lawn, so I'm trying to get out of earshot of that. But what I want to show you is the fencing project and how that's been going lately. Now you can see the fencing project behind me here. As I look out into the garden, I started by putting in 4 main posts here and then stringing chicken wire in between them. And the other thing that I did was down at the very bottom, I put a wood border that was treated with an organic coating so that it would be resistant to rot, although I know it's going to rot someday. The last time I did this, I got 10 years out of it, and that's okay as long as I know that going into it. But as I looked at the fencing project as it was developing, I wasn't really happy with it. I thought that maybe it'll stop some rabbits, but I don't just want to stop rabbits. I want it to look good as well. This garden's a reflection on me and how I feel, and I want it to be beautiful, and I want it to be productive. So I want to keep out the rats that limit. So I want to keep out the rabbits that limit my productivity, but I also want it to look nice. And so I decided I'm getting rid of the chicken wire. I'm going to take it all back to Home Depot, and I'm going to get 1-inch square wire mesh that's coated black so that it will almost be invisible. So I'll have that bottom rail down on the bottom right here, and then I'll have a top rail that will go across, and I'll find some nice caps for the 4x4 vertical ones, and I'll make some nice gates and maybe do some decorative things as I get time to do that. So I put the project on hold now for the fence until I get the new fencing in, and again, that's black wire mesh, 1-inch squares, so we'll definitely keep out the rabbits and it'll look good too. So we'll keep that project going probably for several weeks, and I'll give you updates as time goes by. So over the course of the next few weeks, you should see a lot more videos coming out from the homestead here. I have a backlog of videos to edit. I'll be getting a new computer on Friday. I have my new phone. Obviously it's working, taking film right now. So I'll try to edit this video as soon as possible to get it out to you, and then subsequent videos as well, and catch up. It's going to be a great gardening season. This is the first year I'm really here full time from early season through. I just started gardening halfway through the gardening season last year after my retirement, and now that I'm fully retired, I can enjoy life in the garden. So stay tuned for all those videos upcoming. This is Scott at the XBed Homestead. We'll see you next time.